Welcome back to Daybreak. It's 6:30 on your Friday morning. I'm Stoker Wieczorek. Here's a look at what's making headlines right now. Nearly a month into the war with Iran, President Trump is stressing that the regime is more than ready to bring the conflict to a close. That's despite the Iranians insisting they're not involved in any negotiations.
I say they're lousy fighters, but they're great negotiators.
Thursday, President Trump announced he's extending his self-imposed pause on striking Iran's energy plants to April 6th. The announcement comes shortly after Wall Street closed with U.S. stocks recording their biggest loss since the war began. Economic experts are now expecting the war to cause U.S. inflation to jump to more than 4% this year. Overnight, an Israeli strike hit a building in southern Lebanon. The U.S. still set to send up to 1,500 paratroopers to the region.
As far as I'm concerned, it's time to come home.
We are plunging our people, our troops, into another forever war.
Lawmakers on both sides are asking for clarity about the president's strategy moving forward. Well, now we want to get a check of the forecast to help you plan your day. Taking a look over our Ozark Haven camera. A windy start out the door this morning. Even some rain could be in the near future, Tom. See, it's already starting to look a little dreary. Some clouds over there.
Yeah, some spotty showers out there moving in now to the Springfield western side. Big changes from yesterday, right? We were 89 degrees yesterday in Springfield, 90s in some areas. We will say we'll be nowhere close to the 90s today. We're going to be in the 50s and even some 40s through the afternoon today. Because of that warm air yesterday, the algae index pretty high for trees and grass and mold. Weeds right now are low, but still kind of feeling those impacts from the warm and windy day yesterday. This morning remains windy. We do have some light rain, though, moving on in. A little pocket of showers there north of I-44, getting into Bolivar, getting into Buffalo, Lebanon, Marshfield, and now also the west side of Springfield. Starting to see some rain showers. This morning in Springfield, we'll find about a 40% chance of light rain in the morning. That'll taper off as it goes to about lunchtime today. Still kind of cloudy, though, for the day today, and then I might find a stray shower in the afternoon, but it doesn't look like much after this morning. A cooler day and a windy day, kind of a gloomy day. 57 this afternoon, stark difference from 89 yesterday. The weekend, though, will come on pretty nice. Looks like 60s and 70s Saturday and Sunday. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
All right, Tom, thanks. We'll check back in soon. Now, this month marks 2 years since the cargo ship accident that caused the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore to collapse, killing 6 construction workers, and officials are saying now at least 4 years of work remains for the construction. Right now, workers are building the new foundation, and engineers have finished 70% of the new bridge's design.
We're actually doing it much faster than your normal project. So what we've accomplished in 14 months, going from the 0% design, bringing on the contractor, to getting to 70% design where we can, work on negotiating and estimating it, that is, breakneck speed essentially.
Since the collapse, drivers have had to take a much longer route to get to the other side of the water. Businesses on each side of the bridge say sales have dropped about 40%. Traces of a powerful synthetic opioid is found during a wastewater testing at more than 20 local schools. It's called nitazenes. The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services says it's 5 to 10 times more potent than fentanyl. This started back in 2025 when dozens of districts volunteered to have their wastewater tested as part of a pilot program from the state.
It could be from urine. It could be from somebody washing their hands with that substance on it. It could even be it on their clothing, and some of that falling into obviously the toilet or the sink. It is a very minute trace amount.
As a reminder, these are the results of the wastewater testing and aren't connected to any drinking water in the schools. Well, now for your morning traffic report, thanks to our Ozarks traffic cameras. We're taking a gander now at National and Primrose. No incidents to report. Saw one car there at this time. Smooth sailing as far as your commute to work should go. From what we're seeing, we'll continue to get a check of your traffic throughout the show to help you guys plan out your day. Transgender women athletes are now being excluded from the Olympics or any other event through the International Olympic Committee. The IOC has agreed on a new eligibility policy. It says eligibility for any of its female category events is now limited to biological females. That will be determined through gene screening. The policy aligns with President Trump's executive order on women's sports ahead of the 2028 Los Angeles games. Here's a live look over the United States Capitol building as the world wakes up. On that side of the country, lawmakers are focusing on the future implementation of artificial intelligence. This week, several new bills were introduced regarding AI. If passed, they would require a slowdown of creating new artificial intelligence data centers nationwide. Senators Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez are requesting new federal rules to ensure AI doesn't interfere with privacy and civil rights. Both senators warn new AI data centers pose threats like widespread job losses and spiking energy bills.
AI and automation could displace tens of millions of workers. Congress is totally unprepared for the magnitude of the changes that are already taking place.
And while the American people are suffering, big tech continues to demand more.
However, critics say slowing down the progression of AI could cripple future innovation. We have more news to share with you, so don't forget to follow us on our social media pages. Wherever you like to scroll, we have fun videos, interactive stories, and other need-to-know news for you from your communities. You can find us on social media, X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And don't forget to download our apps and check out our website, ozarksfirst.com. Well, coming up, find out this week's best deals for the lowest prices on this week's Epic Discounts. Welcome back. Whether you're refreshing your space for the season, tackling spring cleaning, upgrading your tech, or adding a little fun to your daily routine, the Amazon Big Spring Sale is happening now through March 31st, and that's your chance to save big. It's the perfect time to stock up on everyday essentials and finally grab those must-have items, all at some of the best prices of the year. Alyssa Bergamini and Ashley Howard standing by with some of the best deals at the best prices in this week's Epic Discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by bestreviews.com. I'm Ashley Howard.
And I'm Alyssa Bergamini. Scan that QR code on your screen to get ready to save big.
This is such an exciting week because the Amazon Big Spring Sale is running now through March 31st, a full week of incredible deals.
That's right, and that means now is the time to grab those everyday essentials and fun finds while the prices are at their ultimate best.
Okay, so let's start with a true cleaning hero, the Little Bissell Green Multi-Purpose Portable Cleaner.
This is your go-to for spills, pet messes, car interiors, all the things you don't want to deal with, but you have to.
And it's so easy because it's portable. You just pick it up, target the mess, and you're done.
Those specialty tools really make a difference too. Getting into stairs, upholstery, and all those tight spaces.
This is one of those practical buys you'll be so happy that you made.
Next up, let's head outside the 2500 lumen solar motion sensor lights.
You're getting a 2-pack, and these cover a 270-degree wide area, which is fantastic for security.
They're motion activated with 3 modes, so you can customize how and when they light up.
And no wires, they're solar powered, so installation is quick and easy.
Now let's talk about smart living, the Amazon Echo Dot, the newest model. Small but mighty. The sound quality really fills the whole room.
And with Alexa Plus, you can control your day with your voice. I'm talking about music, reminders, weather, even smart home devices.
My Alexa always saves the day. It's perfect for bedrooms, kitchens, offices, anywhere you want that hands-free convenience. And now we're ending with something oh so sweet, the Ninja Creamy Ice Cream Maker.
Just in time for warmer weather, this lets you make ice cream, gelato, sorbet, and milkshakes all at home.
Sounds good to me. 7 one-touch programs make it super easy as well, and you get not 1 but 2 pint containers to mix and match all the flavors.
It's perfect for families, kids, or just anyone who loves custom treats.
And during the limited sale, it's one of the most fun deals to pick up.
All right, let's take one last look at 4 great products to clean, light, simplify, and sweeten your everyday life. All part of Amazon's Big Spring Sale happening now through March 31st.
And these deals, they won't last forever, so make sure to head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan a QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Well, you are about to see a grown man turn into a planet when I get a hold of that ice cream cleaner. Anyway, Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products and where to buy them on our website, ozarksfirst.com, underneath the Marketplace tab. Now it's time to check back in with meteorologist Tom Schmidt for the weather going into our weekend. You know, like I said earlier, it's rage baiting us, as us young people like to say.
Yeah, get a little crazy out there for sure. Warm yesterday, record-breaking heat. Now we're going to be in the 50s for today. 50 degrees out the door in Springfield, 40s northward, some stray showers. Chilly, gloomy, and windy out the door this morning. We'll take a look at that weekend forecast. It does get better. Coming up next. All right, folks, looking at the Ozark Home Haven Health camera. Things looking good outside. Cloudy. I guess they're not looking that great. I don't know. Out of habit when you have the same old weather every day, right? Kind of cloudy, kind of rain showers. Windy from the north, cooler as well. Now that I get into it, I'm realizing it's not that great of a day outside. 50 degrees in Springfield, 46 Camden, some 60s down south, so a little warmer down south of that state line. 43 in Clinton, meanwhile, that chillier air coming in behind a cold front that came through last night. It's a breezy north wind, 10 to 20 miles an hour with gusts over 30 miles an hour. That's not going to change. It's going to be a windy day today, going to be a chillier day today thanks to the north wind. And yeah, clouds this morning will slowly break away for the afternoon, but it'll take all day for that to happen. Wind gusts for today, again, sustained around 20 miles an hour with gusts close to 30 miles an hour, all out of the north. It's not until tonight that we start to relax those winds a bit, and Saturday begins fairly calm, and then we'll find a south wind for Saturday afternoon. Saturday looks pretty good. Today, like I said, gloomy start, chilly out there for sure. Some rain showers coming through up across central Missouri, north of Highway 54, from Camden to Hermitage to El Dorado Springs, Osceola, Warsaw. You're going to find some rain showers there. Cole Camp, anywhere there. Yep, Phillipsburg, Mansfield, Buffalo, Halfway, Bolivar, even in Springfield now. Some light rain showers coming on in. Now, it's very light rain on the Missouri side of the border. Farther south in Arkansas, not seeing any rain there developing yet. There might be a stray shower later this afternoon, but for the morning, things are dry south of that state line. And it's all been pretty light rain. Not a lot has developed out of this, maybe a quarter inch, generally less. All right, a couple hundredths of an inch in places like Fort Wood, Camden, and Joplin. Meanwhile, Clinton and Rolla coming in near 2/10. Looking at futurecasts, whatever rain is out there this morning, I think will really start to fade away. So by lunchtime, maybe some sprinkles here and there, but nothing widespread. Cloud cover still firmly in place, but we'll start to break some holes in the clouds across central Missouri for the afternoon. That clearing will happen north to south. So tonight, we'll find a clear sky. It's going to get cold tonight, too. Our first freeze in a while, right? At least the next past 7 days. We'll be in the low 30s and upper 20s for tonight. Sunshine and 60s for Saturday afternoon. Things look pretty good there. Sunday, a few clouds roll in, but we're still warm in the 70s with a breezy south wind. So the weekend, like I said, looking good. A light freeze to start the day Saturday, rebounding nicely. It's a good recovery for Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. Next week begins warm and windy, back to the 80s Monday and Tuesday to say goodbye to the March. And we say hello April with a chance of rain and a few thunderstorms. And that will kickstart what's going to become a bit more of an active pattern as we go into the first week or two of April. So March ends warm and windy in the 80s. That's Monday and Tuesday. And then we welcome welcome April with a chance of rain and even some thunderstorms, some of which could be strong, possibly severe Wednesday. Stoker, we're also watching another chance of storms maybe next weekend.
Oh, this weather is so fickle, Tom. And
yeah, it is.
I mean, you said it yourself. And with I was a little worried whenever I heard, oh, it's going to get below freezing again tonight. That surprised me.
Yeah, well, normally it's not a surpise this time of year.
Really?
But this year, it's like, man, we were close to 90,
yeah.
And then 36 hours later, we're freezing. Big swings.
The amount of temperature changes, has really shocked me coming down here because I'm originally from Pennsylvania.
Sure.
If it's cold, it's usually not going to fluctuate that much, but really interesting stuff.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's just been a shock to the system.
Yeah. Well, Major League Baseball is introducing an automated ball strike system, but only as a challenge tool. The home plate umpire will still call every pitch, but pitchers, catchers, or batters can appeal a call to the computer by tapping their helmet or cap. Each team gets 2 challenges per game, and they keep the challenge if the computer overturns the call. The system uses Hawkeye cameras to track each pitch, with the review taking about 14 seconds on average. That's impressive, and this technology never ceases to amaze me at just how closely we're able to look at each of the plays in these games, these heavily watched games.
Yeah, I agree. And it's any sport these days. It seems like everybody gets all upset if the wrong call is made. Football, baseball, basketball, whatever it is. And this, I think, is just kind of feeding into that. I wish we didn't need this technology.
Yeah.
But it's gotten to a point where you almost have to.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder how the referees feel about this. Because, you know, they're like, seriously, it's questioning my call? And then all of a sudden it happens. And you know how much they get, you know, pestered about, hey,
oh, yeah.
the calls, yeah.
I know.
Well, all right, well, take a look at this. Caretakers are dressing as bears to feed a group of orphan cubs. The San Diego Humane Society's footage shows a human wearing a bear mask and furs, as well as carrying a special scent to conceal their human identities. But why do they do this? Officials say it's to make sure the bears don't bond with humans in any way. These cubs arrived earlier this month, and wildlife experts say it helps them survive in their natural habitats if they don't associate with humans. Now, I don't want to say that bears are dumb necessarily, because yes, it's a cub, but also they're in that stage where they learn very quickly. And it seems like if they're going to see like a bear that is much bigger than a human, I think they're going to be able to tell the difference. What do you think?
Maybe. I mean, maybe so. I think it's more just about, you know, them recognizing or not recognizing or getting comfortable with people around the environment.
Yeah. I mean, look, we can only do so much, right? Put on a suit, a cap, hide our
Nature is
scent.
nature. Yeah.
And they have strong noses, too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. All right. Well, in Massachusetts, one family is happy to be back together after the furriest member fell into a sinkhole. The pit was 12 feet deep and opened up in the family's backyard. Crews tried stabilizing the area enough to go in, but realized later that it would be too unstable to go in there safely for any humans. So they decided to pull the dog out from above using some tools there. And there is a lot of people there. I couldn't help but notice that earlier. Oh, that's a good ending. And after 2 hours of work, plus a little pepperoni. Hey, I'm guessing that's treats for the dog. They were able to pull the dog, whose name is Tessa, back to safety. I can barely see it from, that looks like a helicopter shot right there.
Probably.
But from what I'm seeing, that looks like a white, fluffy dog. Is that what you're seeing, Tom?
Yeah.
That's, okay.
Yes, it's maybe like a lab, possibly. I can't really tell.
Yeah, I can't tell if, you know, from where I am right now, maybe you guys can go up close to your television screens without hurting your eyes and see, but that is a pretty dog. And it's so happy. Look at it. It's like, you know, people are giving it pets.
Oh, yeah.
Here. And it's just like, hey, thanks for saving me.
Yeah, no kidding. All hands on deck with that one. Like you said, a lot of folks involved with that. A sinkhole opened up.
A sinkhole?
What that story said there.
Yeah.
So sinkhole opened and dog went pew.
New fear unlocked, right. Well, a feisty rodent was released back into the wild by police in Benton, Arkansas. Officers were called out to Olive Garden for a traffic hazard, and that's a direct quote there, only to find this marmot. They say the little guy came out of hibernation and decided to test his Frogger skills by dodging cars. And he's a quick one, too, so hey, maybe... Shoot, he's a fast one, I can see. The officers were able to get the marmot in their patrol unit and safely relocate him to the woods. Well, that's good, and I hear patrol units sometimes have a way to separate the back seats from the front seats. Am I right? Because I think I saw it in there. So
Could be.
The marmot climbed up toward the front of the car. That could have been bad, because I know sometimes animals like to climb under the pedals.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. And it was so cute.
Crazy
Oh, my goodness.
story, though. And we've got marmots around here. Plenty of them. That was Benton, Arkansas. So, you know, just, what is that, 2 hours south of here?
Yeah.
Man.
There was a few by the station, you said, right?
A few that live around here. You'll see them in the summertime. Popping up out of their holes. Yeah.
Drive a little slower. Maybe when you go by here on, I think it's, Division Street, right?
Yeah. Just don't open your car door.
Oh, yeah, exactly, right. Well, coming up next on Daybreak, we will be taking a look at what our friends from Unscripted have going on, top of the 7 o'clock hour. Tom will be giving us another check of the forecast for our week, keeping you guys in touch with what's going on into the weekend. See you soon. Well, one last check of the forecast here. Tom, looking very fickle in terms of weather.
Yeah, it is. Today's the coolest day. 57, some light rain for the morning. Chilly and windy on this Friday. A freeze tonight. The weekend, though, I'm telling you guys, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, a cold start, but we get pretty nice after that.
Oh, yeah.
Monday, Tuesday begin warm and windy. April comes in with some storm chances next Wednesday.
I'm stoked for that. Pun intended, right?
Yes. Stoker with the Stoker puns.
Oh my goodness, yeah. All right, are we gonna get one more check of the traffic forecast here? Let's see. All right. So this is I-44 and US 65. We don't have any incidents, smooth sailing as far as that goes. Roads looking a little wet at this time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to toss things over to Maddie Conklin with Unscripted. She's up next here at the top of the 7.
Yes, really quick, what happens when you take Frito scoops with some caramel, apple, and Heath Bar bits?
Yeah.
You get a dip that Jeremy and I are going to be making, and then our friends from Least of These Food Pantry are going to come in and tell us how to, how they're preparing for the summer rush. So it's going to be a good 3 hours of Unscripted next.